Xin chào, what's up everybody? How we doing out there? Today's video is going to be about Vietnamese food or American food, and which one would I choose over the other for a year period if I had to. I think the answer will shock you. We shall see. We haven't had a video come out in a little bit because the big dog, bear dog, the Newfoundland, the 150-pound boy, for about 6 months he had problems walking, and it got to the point where for the past month he hasn't been able to walk up the stairs. He lost motor functions. He's blind in one eye. He had tumors that were like the size of baseballs all over his body, and he just wasn't feeling good. He stopped being able to hold in his bowel movements. So me and Mom took him to the vet, and she recommended that we put him down. So we put him down. So that's been about a day and a half since we did that. So we've just been taking time and kind of hanging out, and I didn't want to worry too much about putting videos out, even though that is always one of my top priorities, as I think anybody that watches the channel knows this. So if you do like this movie or this video, I would appreciate if you hit the like button and commented. If you want to see more videos like this, it would be cool if you subscribed. If you don't want to do any of those things, that's totally okay, and you can just keep her moving. So let's get into the video and talk about Vietnamese food versus American food. The first thing I'll say is America's very carb heavy and carb centric. Everything has carbohydrates in it, and at a maximum level. Yes, I know Vietnamese food has rice and bread and all that shit, but everything is super carb heavy here. You feel a lot fuller when you eat a meal here. The portion size is twice as big, if not 3 times larger than what it would be in Vietnam, and it's a lot of processed food. So it's been an adjustment for my stomach and stuff to get back to these things. I have been pretty good about my diet. I still do at least an 18 or 20 hour window of fasting. Instead of one 24-hour fast and one meal, I'm now eating 2 meals. I think 2 times we've had breakfast, so where I've only done an 18-hour fast, and that was to eat McDonald's breakfast, which was really good. We found a good McDonald's after we put the bear dog down. We put Bear Dog down real early in the morning, and then we were coming back after it was all said and done, and it was 10:30 when we stopped right at before breakfast was ending. I got I always get the 2 burrito and a hash brown, and then just for shit's sake I got a sausage biscuit and egg cheese, which was really good. The quality was really good. They made it really fresh. I was really surprised. Almost every fast food we've had here has been pretty terrible, besides for Culver's. Culver's is really the only one that's been a winner. We are going to do one more location of fast food. I think it's going to be Chick-fil-A. And we might even do Arby's. I'm not sure. I've got, 3 days left here still. We are moving our way back to Vietnam. Our travel to Saigon begins on Thursday and gets me home to Vietnam on Sunday. It's going to be a wildly fun ride. We are going to shoot a bunch of content in New York City. I'm going to be there for 1 day. Pretty much a half day. Kind of more I get in at 2. I'll take the AirTran, then the subway, get to my hotel, and then I'll go do some walking vlogs. We're going to eat at Best Pizza, and we might get prime rib that night as well, somewhere at one of the more famous prime rib places. But if you have any ideas for New York City content, let me know. Probably going to walk around Chinatown. Going to do quite a few walking vlogs, most likely, is what's going to happen. So if I had to choose 1 year of eating Vietnamese food or 1 year of eating American food, I would choose the Vietnamese food. I know some of you are like, what? No way. We know you love pizza, and we know you love hamburgers, and we know you love shitty junk food. Well, what I find is because I had already cut it out for so long in Vietnam, it does a number on me. It messes me up, man, and I can't eat much of it. If we get a pizza, if my mom wants to get a pizza, we get a pizza, I can have 1 slice because it's a huge New York slice style pizza here. I can eat 1 piece. Or maybe a piece and a half. And then if garlic knots, I can have 1 garlic knot with it. And it feels really filling, and your stomach's all busting out, and you just don't feel as good as if you had a Korean barbecue meal, or a sushi meal, or a banh mi, or a bun bo hue, or anything, pho ga, pho ba, any kind of the good Vietnamese dishes. Those do have carbs in them, but it's not to the point of where it makes you feel really gross after you eat it, what I find with a lot of the stuff here. The other thing I find that's really funny is they've got this low-fat, non-fat bullshit going on here. If you're going to get milk, just drink vitamin D. It's not going to make any difference between D and 2% unless you like the taste of 2% more. But they're definitely, you're not going to get health benefits from that, especially if you're a fat ass still. Like, that shit ain't going to solve anything. But I think it's funny. There's like cottage cheese, 2%, 0%, full fat. All these things they're trying to sell to you like you're going to lose weight by just switching to that thing. It's not the way you lose weight. Yes, I am a big boy. I have still managed to maintain the weight I left with from Vietnam to here. I put on about 2 pounds, maybe 3 pounds. But I've been running pretty far every day now, about 45 minutes. So I'm running a pretty good distance to cover up for a lot of things. And I'm still hitting 10,000, 12,000 steps at least every day, even though it's incredibly hot here and way more difficult to walk than what it is in Saigon. The reason Saigon's easier to walk is because you got that pollution ring, so it blocks a lot of the UV. So there's no pollution ring here in Fort Myers Beach, so like it's full UV and you feel it. You have to have sunscreen on. Like in Vietnam, I stopped wearing sunscreen because it was never that high of a UV, but here I've got it on all the time. So yeah, I would choose Vietnamese food. I love Vietnamese food. You know, I love the pork dish around Tet when it's like the pickled egg. It's not pickled. I don't even know what it is. It's like the darkened egg cooked with the pork belly. Absolutely delicious. You know, I love all kinds of different seafoods. No, I'm not good at memorizing the name of Vietnamese food, so don't come at me. I'm sure anybody watching that knows the dishes I love from the reviews I've done, go ahead and post the names of it so people can see what I actually really like. But there's not much in Vietnam I don't like. You know, the only thing I really don't care for that much is escargot, snails. They're just not my thing. Like, I pretty much like every other Vietnamese cuisine dish. And sometimes the cilantro and the vegetables they put in the pho is a little strong for me. I tend to like a northern pho a little bit better that has less of the greeny vegetables in it. It's just more focused on the broth and the beef and or the chicken inside of it. So, but yeah, it's everything's super too large portion here. It's super filling because it's super heavy in carbohydrates. It doesn't feel comfortable to eat most stuff. What I've been doing now is like I've even been asking restaurants. I'm like, do you have like a half option? Like, can I get the grouper in half? I don't need a piece of grouper this big. Like, do you have like a half version with a lower price? Like, I don't need these portions you're sending me, and I don't want to eat leftovers of that either. Especially like a fresh caught fish. It smells like a bad, you know what, in the morning. So it's crazy that the portions are so big. I think you could very much so take care of a lot of problems by just lowering portion size with things and then doing things in moderation. I am happy, you know, to have these things. You know, sure, I was craving Taco Bell and it wasn't good. It was terrible. And it doesn't have me craving it too much more anymore. But I was craving like pizza, and no real good pizza around here. You know, the best fast food meal we've had here has been Culver's. We're going to do a few more. We're going to do at least 2 more, like I said. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Arby's and Chick-fil-A. Those are the 2 we're probably going to do. Probably do one of them today and then the other in the next few days before I get out of here. And then I think there's a White Castle in New York somewhere, if I remember right. Maybe we'll get some White Castle there because I do love New York. I'm from originally from the Midwest, so that's a kind of a staple thing there. That's why I like Culver's so much, because that's an original Midwest product as well. That's why I think they expanded into Florida, because all the snowbirds that are and have moved here. A lot of people from the Midwest moved here during COVID. So, but I would choose Vietnamese food for the year. American food's always going to be here, and it makes me feel not as good after I have that meal. I'm much more happier at home having, you know, not necessarily all Vietnamese food, but having Korean barbecue when we want like a filling meal, or if we want to go to Hai Di Lao and have hot pot for a filling meal, or if we just want a regular meal, we'll get, you know, sashimi, sushi primarily. She'll get maybe a roll or 2, but for me, I'll load up on a bunch of salmon, and that's good for me. I like that. That's delicious. I like eating that way. So the plan is, you know, I've been only doing a 20-hour fast here, 18 to 20-hour fast, so I'm eating 1 or 2 meals. Plans to get back on the 24-hour fast, 1 meal a day when we get back to Vietnam, eat at 5 p.m. every day, and keep her moving. Get back in that pool, swim, continue the running that I've already been continuing doing here, and then hit the gym 5 days a week. So to really round out the weight loss. so far I'm super happy that I haven't put on a bunch of weight, to be honest with you. Like, I thought I would gain 20 pounds here, but I was happy to see on the scale this morning it was 2.5 pounds. And that was before I used the bathroom, so probably take another pound off that. But yeah, it's you know, it's been a wild ride out here. I'm ready to get moving back towards Vietnam and get making shit in Saigon, get our Singapore trip going. I did lose all the money on that. They wouldn't let me change the flight, and they wouldn't let me change the hotel for the second time. Nothing I can do about it. We're still gonna go to the trip. I'm still gonna honor it. I tried everything I could do. I sent them paperwork of her in the ICU, all kinds of stuff. They didn't care. So sometimes these things work like this. Sometimes you got somebody cool that's handling it. But yeah, I would choose Vietnamese food. I love a banh mi. Now, do I love like an Italian sub from Publix a heck of a lot? Yes. But would I want to eat an Italian sub all the time? No. That's something I would want once a year, twice a year, and then it stays really special to you. But now, like a regular banh mi, I could eat that all the time because it's not that bad for you. Italian sub at Publix is probably like 1,000 calories. When a banh mi, as we've already done the calorie thing, is 400 to 500 calories. So people ask me to review some Vietnamese food here. We may do it. You know, I had some. I already filmed one. It didn't go very well. I might drop it on my Patreon because it was just so terrible. It was disgusting. And it was like the highest rated place. And I'm not going to put a video out like shitting all over a pho restaurant here. But that's essentially what I did because it was trash. So maybe we'll try. There's a banh mi place I found. Maybe if that's pretty good and it goes good on the review, we'll post her up. But as always, thank you guys for the support. If you do want to help the channel in additional ways, we have Patreon, the crowdfunded website, where you can give as little as $1 a month to help contribute to the channel. Or you can do a PayPal one-time only tip. It's all up to you. I appreciate you guys just watching the video. So stay frosty. See you on the next one. Peace out.